You might think you are healthy, but your body could be screaming for help, and you do not even know it yet. Hidden nutrient deficiencies are becoming more common even in people who eat clean, take supplements, and exercise regularly. In this video, inspired by Dr. Berg's latest health insights, we will uncover 5 sneaky deficiencies that experts are seeing more than ever, plus how to recognize their symptoms, confirm them with simple tests, and fix them naturally with easy food swaps and lifestyle hacks. These hidden gaps could be the missing piece between where you are now and feeling truly vibrant and energized. Let us begin and take back control of your health, starting right now. Deficiency number 5, omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, are essential fats that play a big role in keeping your brain sharp, your heart healthy, and inflammation under control. If you're low in omega-3s, you might notice symptoms like dry skin, achy joints, trouble focusing, mood swings, or just feeling tired all the time. Many people don't get enough of these nutrients, especially if they don't eat enough fatty fish or plant-based sources like flax seeds and walnuts. The best way to find out if you're deficient is through an omega-3 index blood test, which measures the levels of these fats in your red blood cells.
What's the best source of omega-3? The problem is they didn't want to do the fish oils because they go rancid so bad, and it's hard to find a high-quality fish oil. And I agree with that. Unless you're getting virgin cod liver oil and you consume it very rapidly, chances are it's going to be oxidized and turn rancid, unfortunately, because the fish oils are very, very fragile. A better source of omega-3 is krill oil. Now, krill is the small shellfish similar to shrimp, and it's loaded with a real healthy fat called EPA and DHA, as well as something called phosphatidylcholine, which actually protects the cell membrane. And you need a strong membrane around the cell to have cellular communication. You have sodium-potassium pump that generates energy from that membrane. And if there's any damage within the membrane, then you're going to have a problem with energy production. You might end up getting fluid backed up into the system.
If your levels are low, boosting your intake with fatty fish like salmon or sardines, adding plant sources, or taking supplements can really help. It's also smart to balance your diet by avoiding too many processed oils high in omega-6, which can interfere with omega-3 absorption. Research backs this up. One study by Harris and colleagues in 2008 showed how important omega-3s are for heart health, while another by Su in 2009 highlighted their role in improving mood and brain function. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, it might be worth checking your omega-3 levels and making some simple changes to feel better. Deficiency number 2, magnesium.
Then the second most important nutrient to focus on is your magnesium. Most people don't consume enough magnesium in their diet, so usually they're deficient. You need magnesium to help vitamin D work. Magnesium helps control calcium. Calcium causes contraction of the muscles, a muscle cramp, a spasm. And when you get those, you have too much calcium. Magnesium can come in as a remedy and get rid of that problem because it's the controller of calcium.
Magnesium is an essential mineral involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including muscle function, nerve signaling, energy production, and maintaining a steady heartbeat. Despite its importance, many people worldwide do not get enough magnesium, often due to diets high in processed foods, chronic stress, alcohol consumption, or certain medical conditions that impair absorption. Common signs of magnesium deficiency include muscle cramps or spasms, irritability, anxiety, difficulty sleeping, and even irregular heart rhythms. Importantly, magnesium plays a crucial role in the metabolism and activation of vitamin D. Without adequate magnesium, the body cannot properly convert vitamin D into its active form, which is necessary for calcium absorption and bone health. A 2018 study published in Nutrients emphasized that magnesium deficiency may reduce the effectiveness of vitamin D supplementation, suggesting that addressing magnesium levels is vital when treating vitamin D deficiency. Doctors typically assess magnesium status using serum magnesium blood tests, though these may miss mild deficiencies since most magnesium is stored in bones and tissues. If deficient, increasing intake of magnesium-rich foods such as nuts, seeds, leafy green vegetables, and whole grains is recommended. Supplements may be necessary in some cases, but dietary sources should be prioritized. Prevention involves eating a balanced diet rich in magnesium and managing lifestyle factors like stress and alcohol intake that can deplete magnesium stores. Research supports magnesium's role in reducing muscle cramps and promoting heart health. For example, a 2017 clinical trial in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that magnesium supplementation significantly improved muscle function and reduced cramps in adults. Overall, maintaining adequate magnesium levels is essential not only for muscle and heart health, but also for optimizing vitamin D function. So if you've been experiencing these symptoms, it might be time to look at your magnesium intake and talk to your healthcare provider. Deficiency number 3. Iodine.
So many people think that iodine is only good for the thyroid, but it actually extends beyond that. Even though the thyroid gets the lion's share of iodine, but it's also concentrated in the salivary glands. Okay, why? Because iodine is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antiparasite, so it can help you there. It's also in the cerebrospinal fluid, which is the fluid around the brain, and the brain itself. And that is why in a growing child it's important to have iodine, because if that child is deficient, it could affect the learning ability, the IQ, and the general intelligence. It's in the stomach. It's also in the breast tissue and the ovary tissue, mainly to help regulate and buffer excessive amounts of estrogen. Now, it doesn't give you more estrogen. What it does is it balances it out a bit. It will lower the bad and increase the good. So it's really good for things like fibrocystic breast or cysts in the ovaries, which basically is an estrogen dominant situation, and iodine just brings it down to balance it out. It's also in the eye and in the inner ear. If a pregnant female is deficient in iodine, the child could come out with hearing issues as well.
Nearly 2 billion people worldwide suffer from iodine deficiency, making it one of the most common and preventable nutrient deficiencies on the planet. Iodine is essential for producing thyroid hormones that regulate metabolism, energy levels, brain development, and growth. Without enough iodine, you may experience fatigue, unexplained weight gain, feeling cold all the time, dry skin, thinning hair, and even develop a goiter, an enlarged thyroid gland. In children, severe iodine deficiency can cause irreversible cognitive impairments. Diagnosing deficiency involves blood tests measuring thyroid-stimulating hormone and thyroid hormones, and sometimes with a urinary iodine test to check recent intake. The good news is that treatment is simple and affordable. Eating iodine-rich foods like seaweed, iodized salt, dairy products, and eggs can quickly restore healthy levels. Public health efforts promoting iodized salt have significantly reduced deficiency worldwide. But if you live in a region with low iodine or show symptoms, testing your thyroid and adjusting your diet is crucial for maintaining energy and brain health. So if you notice these symptoms, it's a good idea to get tested and adjust your diet accordingly. Hey, if this video seems helpful and informative, don't forget to hit that subscribe icon. And don't skip, because coming up next are the simple yet effective cures for 2 of the most common types of deficiencies globally. Deficiency number 4. Vitamin D.
At least 10,000 to 20,000 IUs of vitamin D every single day. It affects 10% of all of your genetics. And for some people that have autoimmune disease and chronic inflammation and other problems that relate to a poor immune system, they're going to need much, much higher levels of vitamin D to create the effect. It's really important to test vitamin D, and you can even do a home test.
Vitamin D deficiency is a widespread global health issue affecting nearly 1 billion people worldwide, according to a 2017 study published in The Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology. This fat-soluble vitamin is crucial for calcium absorption, bone health, immune function, and muscle performance. Deficiency occurs when people do not get enough sun exposure, have limited dietary intake, or suffer from malabsorption disorders. Common symptoms include fatigue, muscle weakness, bone pain, frequent infections, and mood changes such as depression. Severe deficiency can lead to rickets in children and osteomalacia or osteoporosis in adults. Diagnosis is confirmed by measuring serum 25-hydroxyvitamin D levels with values below 20 nanograms per milliliter, generally indicating deficiency. Treatment involves safe sun exposure, increasing intake of vitamin D-rich foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy, and supplementation when necessary. A large meta-analysis in JAMA showed that vitamin D supplementation significantly reduces the risk of acute respiratory infections, highlighting its importance beyond bone health. Prevention strategies emphasize balanced sun exposure, diet, and targeted supplementation, especially for at-risk groups like older adults, people with darker skin, and those living in higher latitudes. Given its vital role in multiple body systems, addressing vitamin D deficiency is a public health priority worldwide. Last but not least, we are going to talk about the most common deficiency worldwide. Deficiency number 1. Iron.
Iron is needed for oxygen transport through the blood, okay? It also is involved in producing energy at the cellular level. It actually helps make DNA. It helps with hemoglobin, myoglobin, which is basically the transport oxygen system to the blood and also to the muscle. So iron is needed to transport oxygen to the different parts of the body. And then neuroglobin, which is basically similar to these other oxygen transports, but it goes to the central nervous system like the brain, spinal cord, and that type of thing. But iron also helps make T cells, so it's involved in the immune system.
Did you know that iron deficiency is the most common nutritional deficiency worldwide, affecting over 1.6 billion people, according to the World Health Organization? Iron plays a crucial role in producing hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that transports oxygen throughout your body. When iron levels are low, you might feel constantly tired, weak, pale, or dizzy, and have trouble catching your breath. For pregnant women and children, iron deficiency can cause serious developmental problems and complications.
Yes, maybe you're a vegan, but you're not doing it correctly, and you're having just maybe too many refined grains. That could be a cause of your iron deficiency. If you're a celiac or IBS, or you have a digestive issue or low stomach acid, you're not going to be able to absorb iron that well. Or if you have a gastric bypass, or you have chronic inflammation, you're not going to absorb iron. And this is interesting too. There's something called phytic acid, and that is something naturally in legumes, grains, nuts, and seeds. And if you're consuming those foods and they're not germinated, you're going to actually block the absorption of iron and other minerals. So here's the catch-22. If you consume those foods, you need to germinate them, which basically means soak them in water overnight, dry them out, and then consume them.
Doctors diagnose it through blood tests, like a complete blood count and serum ferritin, which shows your iron stores. Fixing iron deficiency often means eating more iron-rich foods, such as red meat, beans, spinach, and pumpkin seeds, while also including vitamin C to help your body absorb the iron better. Sometimes, supplements are necessary if diet alone isn't enough. Despite being preventable and treatable, iron deficiency remains a major global health issue that affects millions of lives every day. So if you've been feeling unusually tired or dizzy, it's a good idea to get tested and take steps to boost your iron. Now that you know about these 5 common but often overlooked micronutrient deficiencies and how they might be silently affecting your health, it's time to take a closer look at your body's signals. Addressing these deficiencies with simple tests and natural food-based fixes could be the key to unlocking more energy, better mood, and overall wellness. So, have you ever wondered if your stubborn fatigue or brain fog could actually be caused by one of these hidden nutrient gaps? And what small changes could you make today to start feeling more energized and focused? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights on improving your health and well-being. Remember, you are what you eat, so nurture your health and make sure to take your daily dose of longevity seed for a vibrant life.